This is a recording of a translation and discussion of chapter 24, Always Tomorrow, Ecce Romani. Similac Titus et pueri et Eucleides. So Similac, as soon as Titus and the boys and Eucleides intraverunt, have entered the city through the Porta Capena, Sextus shouted. Please note the Titus et pueri et Eucleides in line 1 is both a tricolon crescens and a polysyndeton, highlighting most likely they are all kind of doing their own thing and entering the city in their own way. Sextus shouted clamavit Sextus, quid nos primum faciemus? What will we do first? Nos here means we. I can tell because of the mus ending on faciemus, which of course is a future if I see I long e. Quo, which means whither or to where. Ibimus, of course, is from eo ire, and it's in the future. Ibo, ibis, ibit, ibimus, ibitis, ibunt. So where or whither will we go? Visita bimusne, will we visit? And he is cut off, which is of course called an aposiopesis. And all of those were future. Faciemus, ibimusne, and visita bimusne. Quo to nos duces patres, where? Now, duces has a long e. Anytime you see a verb with a long e, you have to ask the question. And the question is it a second or third conjugation? Duces comes from duco, ducere, short eri, so it's a third conjugation. Therefore, that long e indicates future. So where will you lead us, uncle, in the vocative case? Please note here, nos means us and not we, because obviously there is no mus on the end of the verb. Marcus interrupted. Will we see, we de bimusne curiam et forum, the Senate House and the Forum. Sextus, multa de Roma legit, et audivit. Sextus has read, legere legi lectus, and has heard, multa, many accusative plural neuter things about Rome, and now, uncle, he wants to see all accusative plural neuter things, another substantive. Titus inquit. Titus says, takete, be quiet, be quiet. We will visit, we said, ta bimusne, or bimus, the forum tomorrow. Cross, tomorrow, an anaphora, repeating the word cross, Eucleides in the vocative. It will be permitted, licabit tibi, for you, pueros el ducere, to lead the boys, eo, there, or to that place. Eo could be in its form the verb I go, but in this context, it is answering the question quo. And of course, the subject of that sentence is ducere. Licabit, from licet, licere, licuit, is an impersonal verb. You can tell by the principal parts. Usually the first principal part ends with O, but not impersonal verbs. They end with T, and that's because their subject is an infinitive or an action, in this case, ducere. Then, erit, there will be enough satis of time. Erit is the future of the verb to be, sum esse fui futurus, and of course the future is ero eris erit. It will be enough satis temporis, genitive part of a whole, time. Today, however, hodie tamen, boys, in the vocative. I will lead ducam, y'all, vos, home, domum, through the city, per urbim. Ducam here is, of course, from the future endings, and I have air quotes when I say future endings, as, et, amus, etis, ent, and et demonstrabo, I will demonstrate omnia, all things, on the journey in itinere, to y'all. Now, advenerant. Advenio advenire means to arrive or to come to, and so erat on the end of the perfect stem is going to indicate pluperfect. Now they had arrived at the Circus Maximus, qui, which, ab erat, the future of the verb, or not future, but the imperfect of the verb to be, which was known, not, procul, far, ab, away. Stupuit sextus ubi molum circi maximi vidit. Sextus gaped when he saw, vidit, did see, has seen, perfect tense, the molem, the mass, the size, the bulk of the Circus Maximus in the genitive. Marcus quoque stupuit. Marcus also gaped, quam, although weed erat, another pluperfect verb, although he had seen the circus before. Stupuit Titus, Titus gaped. Atonitus, a new word in this chapter. Astonished, non mole, not ablatively by the mass. but by the silence. Silentio, another ablative of the circus. Eheu, eheu, inquit Titus, alas, alas, said Titus. Today, hodie, the circus is clausus, which is the fourth principal part, or perfect passive participle, of the verb claudo, claudere, clausi, clausus, aum. The fourth principal part is what we call the perfect passive participle, and here it, of course, means closed or having been closed. So today the circus is closed. Phoebus diebus, in 3 days, ablative by with because of from in on at. However, the emperor ipse himself, Titus Flavius Vespasianus, we call him Titus, he's the son of Vespasian. He faciet, if I see I long e, future will be, he will make magnificent games. Ludos, of course, means games, and in the plural, that's what the word means, but in the singular, ludus means school. So ludus, ludi, school, ludi, ludorum, games. None, two, nos eoduces rogavit Marcus. Surely you will lead nos us there, eo, asked Marcus. Marcus asked, alas, ego non potero. I will not be, potero, future, with a prefix on the front, able. I will not be able, os ducere, to take y'all, says Titus. Fortassa Euclides, vos ducet, perhaps Euclides will lead y'all. Please note the e's on duces that you see in line 13 as well as line 14 in ducat. That's because they are in the future tense, an e on a third conjugation, future tense. Minime respondit sextus. Solicely responded sextus. Respondet with an e would be present. Euclides likes libros, books, not games. Agite pueri interpellavit Titus. Drive on, boys, Titus interrupted. Nunc circum ibimus. Ibimus is going to be from eo, ire, ii, but it has circum on the front, so it's not just to go, but to go around, and ibimus is the future. So now we will go around the Montem Palatinum, the Palatine Hill, and we will enter intrabimus, the forum, ad arcum Tiberii, at the arch of Tiberius, arcum being a fourth declension noun. There perhaps patri tuo occurremus. Now occurremus you see at the bottom of the passage is occurro, occurrere, occurri, occursurus. You can find it in group 4 of the principal parts, and it is the verb curro, currere, to run, with a prefix on the front, ob, that assimilates to oak. Here then it changes its meaning, and when it changes its meaning, it's going to all of a sudden now have a dative object, and thus to meet only something in the dative. We see the same thing in the verb propinquo, propinquare, with an odd on the front of it, a propinquare, in which the only kind of things that you can approach are dative things, and that's why here you have patri tuo in the dative. There perhaps we will meet, because of the long e of occurremus, on a third conjugation verb is future. We will meet your father in the dative case, Marcus in the vocative. Soon the senators exibunt, el ire, to go out. Thus they will go out from the Senate House, a curia. Therefore, relinquerunt. They left behind, they did leave behind. So it is going to be relinquo, relinquere, reliqui. They left behind the circus, at and, circum ierunt. Ierunt, they did go, they have gone, circum, around the Palatine, which is one of the two most famous hills in Rome. Titus in itinere monstravit. Put a de on the front of monstravit, and of course it is demonstrate or show. So on the journey in itinere, Titus showed pueris to the boys the mira adificia, the neuter plural accusative, amazing buildings, quae, which the principes, the emperors, had built, edificaverant, on the Palatine. Tandem, at last, they arrived ad venerunt, at the arch ad arcum Tiberii of Tiberius. They, the defessi ones, tired, now, yam, labore, from the work, or by the work, or because of the work, ac or et, and from the heat. Both of those are ablatives showing you the cause of why they're tired. Hic est arcus. Hic with a short I means he, this. Hic with a short I, this. Hic with a long I, here. So this is the arch. said Titus, which is a direct object, but then, of course, it's broken off another apposio pieces. So, y'all will be able, pot eritis. Eritis comes from sum esse futurus, ero, eris, erit, erimis, eritis. It has a pot on the front of it, which means able, and thus, y'all will be able to see all things omnia tomorrow, interrupted Cornelius, who eo ipso tempore. At that time, eo tempore, itself ipso, had arrived ad venerat, at, or I should say, at the arch, ad arcum, out of the curia, ad venerat, another pluperfect. Cum. Now, when you see a cum, you look for an ablative. If there's not an ablative there, then it's going to mean when. So when, redi eritis. Redi eritis is going to be from red eo, red ire, red ii. So the R-E-D-I is your perfect stem. And then you have eritis, which is a future perfect ending. So when y'all will have been, or not been, but when y'all will have gone back ad forum to the forum tomorrow, cross, Euclides explicabit will explain omnia all things to y'all. Jam sero est. Now it is late. Agate, drive on. Now ibimus, again the future of eo ere, we will go domum home. So